Did you know there are common exercises that are actually making your back pain worse? I've been a personal trainer for about 10 years working with people over the age of 40, and I see this time and time again. If you're doing any of these three exercises I'm about to show you, you're probably already in pain, or if not, you're going to be very, very soon. So stick with me, let's head to the gym. I'll show you exactly what to avoid and some safer alternatives that's going to keep you strong and pain-free for life.
First exercise that we've got is a staple in everyone's programs in the entire world, and it is crunches. Now, if you've got lower back pain, neck pain, upper back pain, this is never going to be helpful. And the thing of it is, when you're trying to do this exercise, a lot of people haven't got good core strength to start with. And when you're lifting, if you're overweight or you're heavy, you're lifting a huge amount of weight forward and getting the abs to contract. But what it also does, it puts your joints in a funny position as well, and it can actually damage the lower joints in the back as well, and not to mention the strain in your neck. So when you're trying to bang out these crunches here, you're just hurting yourself and contributing to your pain without even actually working on the muscles you're trying to work. And the other thing I want to explain to you as well is that crunches, although they have a place in plans, I'm not saying it is never black and white, must not, should do. But when you're crunching, think of what you're trying to achieve, right? You're trying to pull down, loaded into this position, but in real life, we never do that. We never put ourselves under load in this direction, ever. Maybe if you get out of bed, okay? But the thing of it is such a non-functional exercise for whatever that means. But functional to me means things that you do in every single daily life as well, right? So you never do this movement in real life, okay? So you might be thinking, well, what can I do instead to strengthen the core, but not do crunches that hurt your neck? And I'm glad you asked. I'm going to show you a fantastic core exercise that, in my opinion, is 10 times better than crunches. And that exercise is something called a farmer's carry. Now, why do I love the farmer's carry so much? The farmer's carry is something that we do every single day in terms of carrying groceries around, or carrying bags upstairs, or putting them in cars, wherever that is. Very highly functional, and in my sort of understanding of functional, which is to do things in real life. So when you're doing a farmer's carry, what you're doing is, as you stand up nice and tall, your core has to engage. If it didn't, you'd fall over, okay? So if I didn't engage this side of my core, I would fall down this way, okay? So you need to engage your core like this. And by holding a heavy weight in one side, it's going to do a fantastic job of stabilizing this side of the core. The other added benefit is that it actually works your grip strength as well. So it's an added benefit to this exercise, because a lot of people over 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 really struggle with grip strength and they're not able to open up jars. So it's a double whammy, okay? So I'll give you a bonus tip. So the farmer's carry can be done in a couple of different ways, okay? You can hold it and just stand. If you've got, say, sore knees or your balance isn't amazing, you can just hold this exercise and time it for 30, 40 seconds or whatever you need to do. Then obviously you swap sides and do the other side. Or the other thing you can do, you can walk with it to make it a little bit harder. So you can go heel to toe, look forward, and it's going to cause a lot of instability in your core, and it's going to allow you to adjust as we would in real life to strengthen those deep core muscles and even the abs as well to some degree. So they're the two options you could do with the farmer's carry. Both of them are valid and both of them work really, really well. And it's going to be a lot better than doing crunches, because although it looks good and you see people with six packs doing crunches, it isn't super functional, and it actually contributes to your lower back pain or your upper back pain as well. Now, the second exercise that we got is something called a Romanian deadlift. And when I was doing my personal training course many years ago, they used to get us to teach this for things like rehabbing back pain and things like that. Now, this has its place for sure, but a lot of people, unless you're with a trainer or somebody that's helping you cue the exercise, which means show you how to do it, is actually it can be really dangerous. And the risk-reward ratio here is very, very high. So what is true about the Romanian deadlift, if you do this right, the idea is you hip hinge backwards, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back are very, very stable. They're all engaged, and it's going to support your lower back. However, a lot of people, and you can try this yourself, try and do this. Everyone really struggles and they end up bending their back. And when you've got a big heavy weight stuck between your hands and you bend your back this way, you can put loads and loads of pressure on your joints in your back, and it spreads out this way, and you could end up aggravating a disc, or if the weight is heavy enough, even slipping a disc or something. So you may be thinking like, well, I've heard it's good, why shouldn't I do it? Well, you're thinking what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to come back and you're trying to work the muscles in the back, the posterior chain muscles, if you like. And although it's a good exercise, and I will do it in my training program, but people who are new and beginners to exercise, this is very, very bad because they can't do the form properly. So a better alternative, and which I will always give to my clients instead of this, is something called a bird dog. Okay? And a bird dog exercise will very much work the same muscles, but in a much safer way. So when you think of it, I'm on all 4 points of contact right here. And as I take one arm and one leg out, the muscles are all against gravity. My back is really, really safe and it's really flat. So I'm working the glutes, I'm still working the hamstrings, I'm working the upper traps and upper back at the same time. And my core is working to stabilize me, because otherwise I would fall over, right? So then you can swap sides and you can take it out this way. You could even use very light dumbbells to do the same thing as well. But this exercise is going to be way, way more beneficial, way less risk, and be able to work relatively the same muscles as well for no extra pain. So when it comes to back pain, this is going to be a much better option than the more technical Romanian deadlift or stiff leg deadlift instead. So the next exercise that can put a lot of pressure on your back when you're trying to build your legs is something called a barbell back squat. Now, as you can see, I'm using a lot of weight on my back, okay? And this is going to compress my spine down, certainly if you've got old disc injuries, or if you're struggling with back pain, or if you're a beginner in the gym. And a good quality squat, your chest up nice and tall, your hips come back down to about parallel, and you come back up. The problem is though, a lot of people, when they do this, they can't get to depth, their back, they lean forward, a lot of stress. I can even feel the stress on my lower back doing this way, and they end up really making a hash of this, okay? All in the favor of building strong legs. Now, I understand you want strong legs, and I do love the barbell squat for people that have a coach and a trainer that's helping them. But if you're a beginner and you're new to it, either go super light with this, don't put a lot of weight on, practice on form, make sure that you got the support so you can ditch the weight if you want to, but there is better alternatives if you're looking to build up your leg strength. My exercise of choice is going to be a goblet squat. So a goblet squat is very simple to do. You hold the weight in front of your body, you lock the arms down, okay, into your body this way, keep the weight close to your body as well, so it's like at one with you, and you do the same thing, you just squat it down, and you come back up. And you will find that your core has to work very, very hard, probably a little bit harder than the barbell back squat to support you in this position. And therefore, you're getting a great workout in your quads and also a core workout at the same time. Because we know if we can build our core while doing these exercises, your lower back pain is going to get better as well. So there you have it. There are my 3 dangerous exercises with alternatives that you can get the most out of your workouts. Keep moving for many, many years to come and be as strong, as functional, as fit as you can possibly be, and that is what I want for you. Now, if you would like a full program to follow that I completely designed for people over 40, okay, all you do is comment strength down below. I will send that over to you in the PDF form. If you then want some recommendations how to change one of the exercises, because you got maybe a bad knee or a bad shoulder, all you have to do is email me. I'm very, very accessible, okay? I've got a small YouTube channel, and I'm more than happy to help out where I can. I just come here to give you guys value and try and be a really good personal trainer that brings common sense, alternatives, and smart modifications for the over 40 in mind. So if that is you, comment strength, I will send it over. I'm going to leave a video in the top left corner. It'll be something that YouTube recommends that you're going to like, so jump over there and I will see you soon.